Well, hello there. My name is Ian, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we had a new announcement from Zappa Records and Universal Music, and that's the release of Zappa's Halloween 1978 performance. And it's being billed as Halloween 1978 Volume 1, which is rather strange. I don't know if they intend to release future volumes, but that's how it's being billed. This ships from You Discover Music and the Zappa store on October 24th, 2025. So a mere 14 days away. This is out in 2 weeks, in keeping with their recent release schedule. I think it's probably going to be a situation where it comes out direct first. You can buy it direct, and then within a few weeks or month, maybe it'll be available more widely. But here's what the hype info says. Halloween was not only Frank Zappa's favorite holiday, but also a concert tradition in New York City. Though Zappa released highlights, fans have long waited for the unedited shows. Now, the 10/31/1978 show is being released, newly mixed and mastered. Halloween 78 is fourth in this series of spooky Zappa costume box sets. This time, along with the full 5 CD concert set, Frank Zappa appears as the Devil with mask, pitchfork, including UV light, and a booklet featuring concert photos by Lynn Goldsmith and bespoke artwork. And here you have the set list, which this is a long show. I believe this is famously one of Frank's longest shows ever. He just kept adding and adding and adding material until it was almost, I think, either 3 or 4 hours long. The entire concert covers 3 discs, which is awesome. This is a lot of material to go through. And then discs 4 and 5 are the October 27th show 1 performance. So that's only on 2 discs. Okay, you can see the costume and the pitchfork and the discs here in the booklet. It all looks really cool. And there's other variants you can check out. If we go back here, there's also a single CD version with the Devil Frank artwork and a little bit more information here. This is the big one, Zappa said, as he addressed the crowd in his opening monologue. And it was, for even though the tradition continued as the touring years went on, after 1978, the pace changed. There were no Halloween shows in 1979. And during 1980, Frank Zappa unfortunately got sick and couldn't get through the scheduled shows, causing cancellations. By 1981, although 2 shows were videotaped with a live broadcast on the then newly established MTV, the attitude and approach seemed to have a different feel, with more of a constructed atmosphere and less audience participation. 1978's Halloween spectacle seemed to be the peak of an era. This 1 CD set features excerpted performances from the Halloween show on 10/31/78, newly mixed and mastered, with booklets showcasing rare photos by Lynn Goldsmith and bespoke artwork. So this is just a highlights reel, basically. Not super exciting. They are releasing the single CD version on 2 vinyl variants. Here's one. It's a 2 LP blood splatter edition. Again, it's not the full show. It's just the highlights reel. And it looks nice. This is a cool cover. And then there's also the candy corn version. Again, if you're into this sort of thing, I'm not really much of a vinyl guy, so I can't comment. And there's also this T-shirt, which is kind of nice, with the Zappa logo and the devil thing. And a mug for $20. I don't know. It's cool. So how do I feel about this? Well, the answer is I feel quite mixed. On one hand, it's exciting to have this epic long show being released officially. And I've read that Craig Parker Adams has done the mixing work, which is great. Craig's ears are to be trusted. I also had the opportunity to listen to a bootleg recording of this, which I'm going to pull up the information really quickly. So I listened to this show, a little bit of this show last night. because I'm actually not too familiar with it. And the description here says, this is one of Frank's legendary Halloween concerts in New York City, 1978, and many Frank Zappa fans consider it to be his greatest performance. It is the complete, almost 4-hour performance sourced from the best available recordings. So obviously this is an audience recording, but it does tell you who the band are. So this is Frank Zappa, guitar vocals, Patrick O'Hearn, bass vocals, Arthur Barrow, bass and vocals. So 2 bass players, a very unique lineup. Denny Wally, slide guitar vocals, Vinny Colaiuta, drums and seal calls, Ed Mann, percussion, Tommy Mars, keyboards, vocals, Peter Wolf, keyboards, with guests El Shankar, electric violin, Warren Cucurullo, monologue on track 12, the Mrs. X story, and Nancy giving a monologue on the Girl from the Audience track. So a unique lineup. 2 bass players. So that'll be interesting to say the least. I'm interested to see how the mix sounds. There is already a single out from this, Ancient Armaments, which you can check out from the Zappa YouTube channel. And it sounds quite good. That's all, I'm happy about the audio and the way that the music is being presented and everything concerning that. But as I mentioned, I sort of have mixed feelings about this in general. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm not really a big fan of these costume boxes. I feel like they drive up the price. And look here, it's $179.98. Now, they are running a deal on the Zappa website where if you purchase the 78, the new box set, plus the 81 set, and the Halloween 73 box sets, you get 66.6% off. Now, it's not clear, but the 66.6% off applies to the older box sets. And the total, when I put them in my cart, came out to about $300 flat. So you're basically getting the 3 box sets for $100 each. And I mean, if you got the money to do it, I think that's not a bad deal. I mean, I'm kind of debating it just because I don't own the other 2 box sets, but I think for me, I'm going to wait and maybe go for a high-res download version or just listen to it on streaming. For me, this is a bit of a mixed feelings release, as I said. It kind of breaks what I think has been a stream of excellent releases going back to Funky Nothingness, which was a couple years ago, up through the recent One Size Fits All 50th anniversary. Every one of those releases, from the Whiskey A Go-Go set, the One Size Fits All set, the Apostrophe set, they've all been must-buys for me. This is less so. And again, the reason is the presentation, the packaging. It kind of, I'm out of room, and it feels like this is the sort of thing that they did years ago and were pretty heavily criticized for it. So I understand why they would want to go back to this style to fit in with those previous boxes. And there is a cool novelty to it, but I really think they could have gotten away with a much less expensive product by ditching the mask and the pitchfork and all that stuff. Like we don't really need that. So I'm a little disappointed in that regard, but hopefully soon the Bongo Fury box set will be announced, because that's the one I'm really looking forward to. And that will be an insta buy for me. I also think that they could have just released the Halloween show as they did the 77 performance, which was a 3-disc set, much like this. I would have bought a standalone 3-disc set of this without the costume immediately. I wouldn't have thought twice about it. So again, my main beef, if you want to call it that, is with the presentation. I think any Frank is good Frank. I'm always happy when there's a new release. So I'm excited to hear this no matter what. Just not so eager to buy it. I should also mention that there is a history of this material being released in surround sound with the Halloween DVD A, which is long out of print, and was kind of widely criticized as, again, being like a greatest hits collection out of a great show. And my immediate thought was, with Eric Goebel and Karma Auger doing Atmos mixes of Cheaper Than Cheap, as well as some of the main studio catalog items, this would have been an opportunity to present the Halloween 78 show in surround sound or Dolby Atmos. And again, they could have done it as just a single Blu-ray disc, charged me $50, and I would have been absolutely thrilled to pick that up. So I have to be honest with you and kind of honest with myself and say that not everything that the Zappa label releases is necessarily going to be for me, and that's okay. The material here is definitely for me, but as a packaging, as a presentation, overall, I don't think this is something that I'm going to be racing to pre-order. So if you're interested in this box set and would like to hear my review on it, please let me know in the comments below. You can also like the video, and what probably goes the furthest is subscribing to the channel. And if this video does well enough, I will consider doing a review either of the physical box set of itself, which seems unlikely given the price point, but I would definitely be interested in picking up the high resolution downloads, when available. As for me, I'm off to go do some audio work, so I'm going to sign off, but you'll hear from me real soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.